But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. Well, come on, man. That kid was a cakewalk.
You know, ain't nothing wrong. Canelo always has had a problem with boxers. He always struggles when he fights a boxer. Anybody knows that if you can box to take a punch, you're gonna give him a hard time. Bud is not one of these guys that's gonna quit.
Crawford soundly defeating Canelo Alvarez. We thought that maybe he could have won by even a further margin on the scorecards. He gets it done unanimously. Teddy, can you put into words what we just saw from Terence Crawford?
Well, the only thing I wonder is if Crawford was born and made in a laboratory.
Floyd Mayweather mocked Canelo Alvarez after his loss to Terence Crawford, claiming Canelo is no longer the fighter he once was, and that his status has always been overrated. Mayweather said he believed in Crawford from the start and proved it by placing a massive bet on him. That gamble paid off in a big way, as he walked away with huge winnings. An X account even shared the betting slip, writing, "Looks like Floyd Mayweather walked away with a bag after he bet $50K on Terence Crawford to beat Canelo despite the defeat." Canelo handled himself with confidence and class. He praised Crawford as a great fighter who earned the win, but made it clear he isn't finished. Canelo insisted he still feels strong, sharp, and ready for what comes next. By expressing his willingness to face Crawford again, he showed his competitive spirit remains alive in a champion who refuses to back down when his pride and legacy are on the line.
I can say to him, I feel great to share the ring with great fighters like him. And if we do it again, it's gonna be great. But you know what? I'm glad to share the ring with great fighters. And I'm glad to be here. I already did a lot in boxing. I already accomplished a lot in boxing. My legacy is already there, and I am still taking risks.
Ryan Garcia reacted to Terence Crawford's dominant win with massive praise. He tweeted, "I actually believe Crawford may be the best fighter of all time." Garcia explained that what Crawford displayed in the ring proved his exceptional skill and mindset. For Ryan, this victory puts Crawford into a legendary category. Admitting such greatness is rare in boxing history. Veteran trainer Teddy Atlas also weighed in, comparing the fight to Canelo's earlier loss against Floyd Mayweather. He argued that Canelo has always struggled against quicker, sharper opponents, pointing out his footwork and hand speed as weaknesses that remain. According to Atlas, those flaws were once again exposed by Crawford, who, despite a year of inactivity, came prepared and hungry. Crawford's timing and movement neutralized Canelo's power just like Mayweather's precision once did. Atlas stressed that this result shows Canelo's limitations against elite technical fighters, while Crawford's victory adds another powerful chapter to his growing legacy.
From the beginning, that if you go back, and I know it was a lot of years ago, I get it, but you have to have something to point at. If you go back to when he lost his first fight, of course, Canelo I'm talking about, to Mayweather, it wasn't just that his hands were too slow, his feet were too slow. And he's in there with a guy with quick feet and quicker hands. You know what? It doesn't matter how big he is. What did Ali say? Your hands cannot hit what your eyes cannot see. That was tonight. It was great.
Let's put some context on this.
It was great.
Let's put some context on this victory first. A year out of the ring. I think it was like 13 some odd months out of the ring, okay?
Yeah, really?
Yeah. 2 weight classes. Think about that.
Yep.
He had surgery early at the beginning of the year. Surgery on the shoulder surgery, right? Not sure which one. And to come in here and to put on that type of performance against Canelo that actually is coming off a performance, right? You expected Canelo to be sharp. He was sharp. However, what Crawford did was he took the air out of the ball.
Yep.
He used this. That's what boxing's about, people. It's about this. Strategy. That's what he had. He used his feet. He understood Canelo every single movement. That's why Canelo couldn't land any shots on him. He knew it was coming. He knew that the looping right hand was going to come from the southpaw position. So what did he do? Hold the phone. He knew that the hook to the body was going to come. What did he do? Block, and he shot up with counters.
One of his great assets that we don't hear about enough. One of those things that are not so easily as immeasurable on paper, but it's eyes, vision.
Focus.
Yeah, we know the physical ones we talk about and we understand so easily. Speed, power, quickness, legs, all that stuff. But eyes, just radar. This guy's got infrared.
Sports journalist Ariel Helwani was among the first to confirm the official decision on social media, reporting what millions already sensed. He tweeted, "Official Terence Crawford defeats Canelo Alvarez via UD, 116-112. 115 to 113, 115 to 113. The unanimous decision showed that the judges consistently saw Crawford as the winner across the rounds. Though the scores were close, the outcome reflected Crawford's superior control and discipline. Helwani's updates spread like wildfire, cementing the fact that history had been made. Crawford had just conquered one of boxing's biggest stars. The numbers confirmed this was not just a win, but a masterclass in strategy and execution that secured his place among the sport's elites. Teofimo Lopez also reacted, praising the fight as a clash of the best in the world and declaring that the right man won. Lopez even said Crawford now belongs in the top 10 all-time greats, highlighting the magnitude of the victory. For him, Crawford's style, composure, and brilliance proved he is not only the winner of the night.
In terms of his prime, how can you gauge it?
Doesn't matter. We saw a great fight tonight, did we not? That's all that matters. Two guys risked it, and the better man won tonight. That was Crawford.
Terence got it right. Is there no need for a rematch, or do you want to see running back? Because it was pretty good, like you said.
No, it was pretty, it was really good, actually.
Yeah.
So it's up to the jam. He's a jam. He can do whatever he wants.
What do you think happens with Canelo next after this?
What happens to Canelo after this? It don't matter. He's made a big statement for not only Mexico or the pride of Mexico, but for all Latinos right there. So he's done a great job for himself, man. Nevertheless, Crawford is on his way, continuing to create greatness.
Mentally.
What's up?
You fought it for Crawford earlier. What did you see to make you fall it like that?
I know boxing. I just know stylistically. I've been in the gym with I've shared the ring with Canelo, and then I see that. So
They were saying that if he beats Canelo, it could put him as even the greatest of all time. What does that put him in the all-time list, man?
at least top 10.
At least
top 10 or top 15, easily, you know? There's guys that we may not know of or heard of, like Henry Armstrong. Simultaneously, he was 3 divisions carrying all 3 weight divisions at the same time.
Which performance was better? I don't like to compare them, but Crawford or Mayweather's over Canelo. Like it's just different.
It's just different styles, different looks, you know?
Post-fight press conference, Canelo Alvarez was asked about facing both Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. His response stunned everyone. Canelo admitted that Crawford impressed him more, especially in the championship rounds where sharpness and control mean everything. He doubled down by saying, "I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather." That statement not only praised Crawford's dominance, but also ignited a heated debate among fans about how the two legends truly compare in boxing history.
Was going to create history. I told you guys this before he fought Sean Porter. I said that Terence Bud Crawford can beat first ballot Hall of Famer and superstar and legend Canelo Alvarez. I've been saying this for years, that Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. And tonight, he did just that. He did just that. Not only did he beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, but he arguably retired Canelo Alvarez, who after the fight, Canelo Alvarez stated that he's done everything that he needed to do in the sport of boxing. When asked do he want a rematch with Terence Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez said, "It's no need." He gave no indications of a rematch. And Canelo Alvarez stated that he's a Hall of Famer, he's a winner, just being there made him a winner, right? And he stated that he's done everything he needed to do in the sport of boxing. That's what he said. Canelo Alvarez got schooled once again. I told you guys, styles make fights. This particular style of boxers and counterpunchers and movers has historically given Canelo Alvarez problems. And as I told you guys, right? Terence Crawford can fight any which way he chooses to fight. He's just that much more versatile. And everybody didn't believe me. They said I was tripping. Canelo was too big. He gonna knock out Terence Crawford, right? He too big, too strong. Terence Crawford get hit. Terence Crawford don't box, don't move. And I told you guys, when Terence Crawford wants to move and wants to box, right, he can. And he would, right? And guess what? Terence Crawford, I told you guys, when he fought the likes of Victor Postol, right? Y'all said that, oh, he don't move that much. I said, did you look at his fight with Victor Postol? Did you look at his fight with Jose Benavidez? Yeah, well, those guys ain't Canelo Alvarez. And I told you guys, it doesn't matter if they're Canelo Alvarez. It's about Terence Crawford's abilities to be able to maneuver around and box in every which manner he so chooses. If he wants to incorporate that style that he boxes and moves, he could. And what did he do tonight? I said Terence Crawford could fight at every level. Didn't I tell you guys that? I said Terence Crawford can fight in mid-range. He could fight on the outside. He could fight on the inside. Canelo Alvarez cannot. Y'all asked me, why aren't you talking about what Canelo Alvarez could do great? And I told you, because we know what Canelo Alvarez is going to do. He's going to fight. He's consistent in who he is and how he fights. Period. I told you guys that.